There are many different areas of the game that a winger needs to get good at if they want to be effective in matches. So in this video, we're going over 5 soccer winger habits that you need to develop if you want to start being that winger that dominates matches and is incredibly dangerous to the opposition. This video is sponsored by Rocket Sports, where you can get 15% off of their line of soccer products by clicking on the link down below. Rocket Sports sells a variety of soccer goals of all sizes and for all ages, along with other training equipment like rebounders to help you improve your game. They are not only great for team training, but for your own individual training as well. I personally use their products during my own training sessions, and I love them. Click on the link down below to check them out for yourself. Let's get into the video. Number 1 is be direct. There's nothing more frustrating to me than a winger who doesn't have the ability to take a man on, to run right at the defense and put them under pressure. Look, you have all this space out wide, and you usually can get at least a 1v1 situation at some point in the match where you have a defender isolated. Go ahead and run at him. I'm not saying do this every single time, but if you're a winger who gets the ball and every single time cuts back, you're not being dangerous. You're in an attacking position where you have license to take a few risks. So try and run at the defense from time to time when things open up for you. And this can be running at a defender and getting to the byline and whipping it across. It can be cutting inside and slipping a teammate in or shooting yourself. Whatever it is, get comfortable at being able to run at the defense, because it's something that all good wingers can do. Number 2 is crossing ability. Look, if you are a winger and your crossing ability isn't good enough, this is an area you really need to start focusing on, because again, there is nothing worse than a winger who can't put in a good cross. We just went over how you need to run at people sometimes and be direct. Well, if you're direct, beat your man and get to the byline, and then you can't put in a good cross and it doesn't even beat the first man, or it just goes right over the box or goes right out of play, then what was the point of all of that before then? You need to make sure you have end product. You know, at the end of the day, you could weave in and out of 4 or 5 defenders, get to the point where you cross and then completely screw it up. Then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how impressive that run was if there's no end product at the end of it. So work heavily on your crossing ability. You should have really, really good ability when it comes to crossing with your dominant foot, and you need at least competent to good ability with your weak foot. Number 3 is dribbling and skill moves. Probably one of the most foundational areas a winger needs. Of course, to do the first tip I gave you, which is run at defenders and be direct, you need to be able to do both of these things. You need to have good dribbling ability, be able to dribble with the ball under control, and you need to have some skill moves that are going to help you beat opponents one-on-one. I always recommend that you have at least 3 skill moves you're really, really good at that allows you to beat players one-on-one, but just make sure you have moves that allow you to cut inside and allow you to go to the byline. The more of these you know and the more of these you have mastered, the more unpredictable a player you will be. And of course, every single winger should have some moves in their repertoire to beat players one-on-one, to beat multiple players, to be able to get out of those sticky situations when they need to. Now, I actually just released a video course that will help you with both of these areas called Ultimate Soccer Skills. You can find more information on that in the description down below. And this is for players that want to see real improvements in a short amount of time and, you know, get day-by-day drills that they can do in order to improve their dribbling skill moves, confidence on the ball, and things like that. So if that's something that's interesting to you, go check it out down below. Number 4 is unpredictability. Now, I mentioned this a second ago, but this is what unpredictability means. It means you're mixing things up. You're not being predictable. You're not doing the same thing over and over again. So you're not cutting inside every single time you take someone on. You know, you're not going to the byline every single time you have a chance 1v1. You know, you're not even dribbling every single time. You're not crossing every single time. You're mixing it up so that the defenders have to keep guessing what you're going to do. Now, if something is working over and over and over again and the defender's just being dumb and he hasn't caught on yet, then keep doing it. But most defenders are going to be smarter than that. They'll realize, okay, he beat me with a step over and got a good cross in. I'm going to remember that and make sure he doesn't do it again. But then if you cut inside that next time, he'll go, oh crap, now I got to worry about this. And now you got him on the ropes because he's like, he has the ability to go outside, he has the ability to go inside, he can cross well, he can shoot well. How do I defend this guy? That's exactly the position you want to put the defender in. You want to make the defender so nervous when he comes up against you because you're so unpredictable. unpredictable, because you mix things up, because you have many things you're good at. And if you think of the best wingers in history, they all had this element about them. They were all players that made defenders nervous because you never knew what they were going to do. You never knew how to defend them. Final area is movement. As a winger, you need to have very intelligent movement, obviously down the wing, looking to get inside, looking to get space out wide. But there are other runs you can make as well to be incredibly dangerous. One of them is a weak side run. If the ball is on the opposite side to where you are, you want to be making that weak side run so that someone can put you in behind. You want to be cutting across from your position sometimes so that the marker you have is forced inside. Sometimes they won't even follow you and you can get in behind. Your movement as a winger is going to be incredibly important. A lot of the time, you also want to make sure you're available out wide. You know, if you get the ball and you have the space out wide, that's going to then give you the opportunity to run at defenders and be direct and be unpredictable and all that great stuff. All right, guys, so that'll do it for this video. There's going to be an I button that comes across allowing you to vote who you think the best winger in the world is right now out of the people I've given you. Let me know what you think. Also, please make sure you like and share this video. That's a great way to support the channel so this video gets spread around and as many players as possible can see it. Make sure you subscribe if you are new to Simply Soccer. I will have 2 other videos come across the screen now so you can continue to learn and watch and improve. And I'll see you in the next video.